Hey guys, it's a really exciting day. I just got all of my books in, and this one's a special package from the book team for me to do an unboxing, and I'll be sharing what's inside the book, but let's see. You guys have seen this cover so many times. So here it is, the Honeysuckle Cookbook, the full cookbook, not a dummy, with 100 healthy, feel-good recipes to live deliciously. So let's dive on into it. So here's the book, and this actually, the Rockin' Beef Bowl, this would have been the cover. It was down to the banh mi's or the Rockin' Beef Bowl, but I just love the pink. So I'm so glad that the publisher decided to go with this. This one was good too, and I almost wanted to have the Rockin' Beef Bowl as the cover because it was symbolic. It was the very first video Nate and I ever did on YouTube, and it's because of the YouTube channel that we even have a book, and because of you guys. So it's very symbolic and special. So I'm glad that it made like the title page. So then you go into the table of contents, and there are 8 chapters in total. And then you also have like an introduction. I give my recommendations of like what tools, what to keep in your pantry. I also give menu ideas, and then there's a really special section in here that I can't wait to show you towards the end. But let's see, we have our intro, and I just kind of talk about my history with cooking. The photographs in here are so beautiful. They were taken by a photographer named Eva Kalenko, which happened to also shoot Aisha Curry's book, her new cookbook that comes out the very same day. So I'm just so excited for all of us to have such like amazing projects that are coming out. So first chapter, we have morning rituals must include coffee and tea. And if you guys watch my channel, you know that I love coffee and matcha. So this photo is just so beautiful. There are about 12 to 13 recipes in each chapters, but there are certain chapters that you get more than others because I do things 4 ways. For example, this one, or 3 to 4 ways. So for example, this chapter has matcha 3 ways. So you have everything from like a nice icy matcha drink to a nice hot latte matcha drink, but they're all like very interesting. And also, yeah, I can't give away all the recipes, but I'll highlight some of my favorites. So you open up the chapter and we start with the Valencia latte, which I've also already done on the channel, but it's been so long and it's so old now that I wanted to bring some of my favorites up to the surface in the book. So there are about 20 to 25 recipes that are dupes from the YouTube channel, but I tweaked them to make them better. So you'll find 75 brand new recipes in the book that you've never seen before on the channel. But just flipping through, you have really beautiful coffee shots. I did a whole a whole like page on lavender and ways to infuse it into your drink, and of course matcha. You have boba, of course. And then I had some fun with other drinks that I think you guys might enjoy too. And then moving on to breakfast, the MVP of meals, because I love breakfast and sometimes I want something really fast, but on weekends, I like to work on a little bit more like fun breakfast projects for brunch, or, you know, for friends, having friends over when we used to be able to do that. So there's a mix of sweet and savory things in here as well. But in here, you'll also find overnight oats 4 ways, 4 brand new ways, along with chia seed puddings. I have some smoothie bowls, some granolas. Oh, I definitely had to do something with everything bagel seasoning. And here I had my sister come down and shoot with me, and we have like a whole spread with a lot of the items from the breakfast chapter. There's another recipe in here. It's the Korean beef hash, which I actually repurposed another recipe in the book for breakfast the next day. So like you can use your leftovers to make something brand new. And I try to do that with a lot of the recipes in there. This one is also another favorite. It's a Vietnamese pan-fried rice cake. So everyone at the shoot that tried this loved it. It was one of my favorite dishes growing up. I used to go out with my dad for breakfast, and just brings back so much memories. Another one that's really good in this chapter is the matcha almond breakfast loaf. Okay, So the next chapter is Salads and Soups, a Seasonal Take. In this chapter, I really wanted to infuse seasonal vegetables into the dishes, and also with soups, I had, it just covers a range of different cuisines and different moods. So living in California, we get a lot of seasonal vegetables, and I wanted to really take advantage of that. So all of the salads represent a season. So we have spring, summer, fall, winter, and then I have some extra ones that are like my favorite salads. And then for the soups and stews, you have like your basic, easy weeknight meal soups, but then you also have some really interesting ones that I grew up with, some Vietnamese flair, and then like takeout style soups, stuff that you might be familiar with from restaurants. So I put my own spin on pasta fagioli, but with tortellini, and then hot and sour soup, of course. And then I just had fun with this chapter, and it just felt really cozy, especially since I tested a lot of them during the winter. For the next chapter, we have new favorites, Noodles and Grains, because we live on noodles and grains here at the Lewis household. In this chapter, I just went with the classics, but with a little bit of a twist to it. So like my garlic noodles, I infused it with crab, but you can always make it as a side dish if you wanted to. So you have a lot of options to play around. We have japchae, we have like chow mein, kimchi mac and cheese, we have the miso udon carbonara. And then I went into like my favorite grains. So we have a lot of rice bowl, fried rice, stuff that comes together really easily, and of course the rock and beef bowl. And then under the next chapter, we have Give Me an Hour, Weeknight Mains, and I feel like the Noodles and Grains could have easily been in the weeknight mains chapter as well, but I kind of wanted to section it off like Noodles and Grains just to give it more emphasis. So Give Me an Hour, all of these are really quick and easy weeknight meals, but really interesting and lots of range of flavors. So I have some Vietnamese dishes that I grew up that are just so delicious. And then I also have tacos. We have cauliflower. New ways to do that. Chicken adobo, which you guys have seen before, but I added a twist to it. And then we also have naan pizza in a different way, and other really fun recipes in here too. Next chapter, we have MultiPot Magic, low and slow or pressure cooking. So with this chapter, I know a lot of us now own the MultiPot, Instant Pot, Milvy, whatever brand that you have, or you might have a slow cooker. So I wanted to take advantage of the tools that you might already have in your kitchen and give you new ways to make things for entertaining or just have dinner come together really quickly. One of my favorite dishes in here that I was super excited to put in was, if you guys can believe it or not, I made prime rib in the pressure cooker, and I tested it during Thanksgiving, or maybe it was Christmas dinner last year, and people were blown away that this was made in the MultiPot. Like, they thought I spent hours on it, but it actually took less than an hour to make a delicious 5-pound prime rib. Ugh. Also in here are the banh mi, the cover photo, and then you also have ribs. This honey soy glazed ribs. Oh, such a good way to use your pressure cooker to get really tender ribs. But then you guys will have to just check out the recipe when you order it in the book. But yeah, so then next we have sides. I made so many of these sides on my Instagram stories just as I was testing, and you guys were so interested in them. For example, my roasted Brussels sprouts or my crispy Brussels sprouts with chili lime garlic sauce. My crispy Brussels sprouts with chili lime garlic sauce. Someone replied and they were like, "What is this magical sauce?" And I wish I can give you guys the recipe on there because it was so good, but you can find it all in the book. But honestly, it's one of my favorite recipes. But also for holidays, you also have tartiflette, like a different way to make potatoes. This was inspired by Aislinn, a friend that taught me how to make this. And then kimchi pancakes, of course. And then just like other amazing sides. Now, getting into my favorite chapter. And of course, I had to name this chapter hashtag mix, mix, mix your favorite desserts, because I gave each of the dessert recipes in here, they're like classic desserts with a little bit of a twist. Like I wanted to make things a little more interesting. So for example, a chocolate lava cake became a chocolate matcha lava cake, or lemon bars became ginger cardamom lemon bars, which just adds a little bit more interest to it. And then my favorite, I have many favorites. This is my favorite chapter, obviously. So we have Earl Grey tart with blood orange and pomegranate, a lychee rose no-bake cheesecake. And then my mom's favorite flan is in here as well. And then I also have a new way for you to use up those old bananas or browning bananas that's not banana bread, which is also one of our favorites in here. So lots of really great dessert ideas, and then you have menu ideas if you guys want to put together an awesome menu using just the book. And then what I really wanted to do for this book was add a You Said It section. So you guys know I started on YouTube, and you guys have been following me for almost 10 years, and it just felt so right to include you in the book. So a lot of the comments from the recipes that I recreated for the book are in here with your comments and some of your suggestions. So I wanted to give you guys credit for that. But I want to thank you guys so much for following this journey and for supporting the Honeysuckle Cookbook. I really would not be here without you guys, and I am just so happy for you to finally see it on September 22nd. We have a pre-order bonus campaign going on that ends on September 21st. So if you guys did pre-order it, you will receive a sneak peek booklet with recipes in here, along with a bonus video and a special discount just for Honeysuckle Cookbook pre-orders from Material Kitchen. That beautiful block right there that holds all of my kitchen tools, along with the cutting board and the pink knife that I always use on the channel that you guys are constantly asking me, where did you get that from? Well, here is your chance to get it for 15% off if you guys pre-ordered my book. But that ends September 21st. I will be announcing a virtual book tour on my Instagram page at Honeysuckle. So follow me there, and I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much for your support. I cannot wait to cook through a few of these recipes with you soon. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and hit that like button if you guys are just as excited to see this book come out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.